We are live, family. We are live. We are live. You know what I forgot though? I forgot some music. Let's see if we can put some music on for the intro for the show. Let's do this one.
That Adam and Eve myth, interpreted as it was later on in history, led to profound conceptions of the woman as inferior, and sometimes in some civilizations as essentially evil. So she's supposed
Your
to
time to
be
get in. Let me
the
send out the
industrious,
black
the weaker
signal.
kind, etc. This was not the case in the African mythology. So that you already had a divine myth which gave a basis. It was a sort of bedrock for a reality that could give the woman greater freedom and power. It is not an accident, therefore, that many of the goddesses of the Europeans were black. They could have chosen their own women, they chose some of their own women, but the most important goddesses were black. Not just for the African now, in the civilization of the Greek. The Greek was so profoundly affected by the African that the goddess of chastity was a black woman, Artemis. The goddess of wisdom was a black woman, Minerva. The goddess of beauty was a black woman, Diana. And many of their great mythological figures which were critical to the vision of history, the history of the Greeks in the Odyssey. The woman who has the power to draw Odysseus and all his crew into her is Circe, who is represented as a black woman with African features on the Greek vases. The woman who helps Jason win the Golden Fleece is a black woman, Medea. The woman who marries Perseus, the Greek woman, Andromeda. If you see them represented in Hollywood, they're all white. But if you go back to the original vases, the original art of the Greeks, you will find that the only women they could find to represent the finest attributes in the feminine world were black women. Actual black women. They were literally living black women in Ethiopia who were made into legendary goddesses in Greece. That first invasion of Africa by Europe was not an invasion like the invasions that occurred later. The European was startled by the advances of the Africans. So startled that to be capital in Africa, rather than go back into Europe. And every major Greek thinker, Thales of Miletus, Democritus, Pythagoras, Eudoxus, Anaximander, Anaximenes, Heraclitus, they all came down. Plato, all of them came into Egypt, and those who did not come claimed they came because it was so prestigious. And they there saw women differently. In this new edition of Black Women in Antiquity, there is a remarkable woman called Hypatia. For a long time, we thought she was a Greek woman, until Beatrice Lumpkin, doing studies in the rights of women in ancient Greece, found that black women had power and freedoms that the white woman was not allowed. The Greek woman could not
my phone line's
head
acting up again,
a department
family. Might just be us.
in a university.
I don't know what's
but
up.
She could in Egypt. She could not pursue a scientific pursuit without a companion or someone in charge of her. It was possible in Egypt, so that when she studied Hypatia and the freedoms Hypatia had and the kind of work she was doing, it was easy to come to the conclusion no Greek woman at the time was allowed those opportunities. And in that Alexandrian world where you have a mix later of the Greek and the African, you find the African woman has certain advantages that the Greek woman does not have and will not have for a long time to come. Now, Isis, the great goddess, affected, as I say, Europe has deeply affected Africa. All major European powers built shrines to the black goddess Isis. Even the Roman lunatics built a shrine to Isis. Mr. Lady. Black woman, the black power. Black woman, the black power. Black woman, the black power.
I want to welcome you to the congregation of the mighty. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Of course, you know this is Tribal Quotes, and this is the heart of a Simba production. I mean, what we strive to blow up your old paradigm. All right. Here we go. Now, so family, first things first, we have Gye-Nyame Market Ball coming very, very soon, February 23rd. Want to see your face in the place. We're looking for vendors. I will be putting together a vendor form. The flyers will be going out very, very soon. So family, we are making prices very affordable for all vendors. We want to try to pack the place, and of course, we want to see you in the place because part of stabilizing our culture is providing space and time so that we can commune, space and time so that we can discuss, space and time so that we can grow, space and time, right? You know what I'm saying? Because if you want to build a culture family, you know what I'm saying? I heard a great quote this today from one of my brothers, and the quote went, "Culture trumps strategy. Culture trumps strategy." Speaking of tribal quotes, that's a hot one. That one right there. It's a strike of God. Culture trumps strategy. Now, how do you destroy a culture? So, we doing some research as Gye-Nyame. Of course, I'm always looking up something. So, I stumbled upon it's not that old, but it's an old documentary, and people have been chatting it up to me for a while. So I finally looked it up, and it's one called "Bastards of the Party." Mm. Family. If you have not seen that documentary, I would suggest that you check it out. It's called Bastards of the Party. I know a lot of y'all out there already seen it. And like I said, I got to finish the rest of it. But I saw the major piece that I needed to see and have a discussion with some of my young people. I had an opportunity to check out. What up? Somebody's out there on Gye-Nyame Journey. I don't know who's politing, but shouts out to you and whoever else is viewing us on Tribal Quotes. Back to the bastards of the party. Uh, my phone line keeps dropping. I don't know what is going on. My computer might be too old. I don't know. You know how quick they age this
You are
equipment
the
out.
first participant on this
You
Uber
know.
conference.
So
Please hold while we wait for the others to join.
anyway, on the bastards of the party. Let's just talk about it just for a second, and we'll get into these tribal quotes. They discussed the formation of street gangs in LA, right? And talk about first how it started with groups of young black people trying to protect themselves and protect their communities from outside aggression by West Asians. They were getting beat up. They was getting bullied, getting jumped after school, ambushed. So they started teaming up, and they formed according to this documentary, 4 basic groups. The 4 basic groups began to grow, develop strength, and at about the time they reached their apex, white flight was at its apex, and eventually they chased all of these young white folks out along with white flight. You know what I'm saying? So now you have all these young warriors who have been warring, and all of a sudden there is no enemy. So they focus their angst at each other, the young angst. Out of that young angst, uh, and during this time, it just so happened that the Black Power movement was looking for an expression, and and with the rise of 1965, which were possibly closely linked to the assassination of Malcolm X and the riots, the young people came together and focused their warrior energy on the force that was causing them the most problems. So according to the documentary, a brother by the name of was it Butchie Carter? I think it was Butchie Carter. Went to Oakland because he heard about this group in Oakland called the Black Panther Party. And he went down there and he got the Black Panther Party, brought it back. What's up, Ms. Sharika? Heard about the Black Panther Party, brought it back. Right? Formed a strong arm of the Black Panther Party, pulling from these young people, using the anger, using the youth, using the force of the young people to build the Black Panther Party. At the same time, the US organization was growing, and as history shows us, with the interference of course, enemy agents, the Alphabet Boys, and COINTELPRO, these two parties began to fight each other. Butchie Carter was killed, along with another brother, and hence uh, the movement, those two movements started, in a sense, warring. And then other factors, because we start living the 60s, moving to the 70s, we got more into the black entrepreneur, pull yourself up by your own bootstraps. It's all about me, nigga. It's all about me. I'm gorgeous. I'm a pimp. I'm a player. And with all this and all of the older people being removed or imprisoned within a matter of 3 years, they were able to switch the focus of these young people from liberation to compensation. Now, saying all that to say this, and just set an example, right? Because I want y'all to check out that movie. So, and out of the falling of these two groups, out of the Black Power movement and moving into the whole selfish thing and moving into it's about me, from liberation to compensation, we get the formation of these street gangs sporting red and blue. And the name of the movie comes from the fact because many people said that the gangs were the bastard children of the Panther Party and the Black Power movement. I just want you to wrap your mind around that if you haven't seen it. It's a real good film. And then it brought to mind a story that I told y'all before about an issue, a documentary in Africa, or yeah, it was Africa, about elephants. Elephants running wild. Nobody could figure out why the elephants was running wild. You know, you had gangs of elephants, young elephants, don't even have tusks yet, running and trying to have sex with at any time, running over humans, attacking trees. you know what I'm saying, peeing all over I mean, it was just rowdy. And one expert finally came in. They brought in one expert and they couldn't understand what was going on with these young elephants and why was they running around in aggressive groups and why was they attacking people. And no one could figure out what happened. But there was a lot of poaching going on in that area, and a lot of the adult male, full-grown male elephants were removed, were all of the adult males were eliminated from the population because they wanted the tusk. So they killed these elephants, killed these male elephants, and removed that element, and these young bulls started running wild. So what they did was they went to another area and they brought in some adult bull elephants. And in less than a year, the young elephants started falling in line. Started stopping trying to have sex whenever they wanted to have sex. Because they knew that if they did that, it was gonna be all bad. Stop running in the trees and tearing up the stuff because the older elephants like, no, we don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Stop running down the humans. Listen, even though they get on our nerves, you know what I'm saying? And we had a part of it. We don't live like that, young boy. Come over here. Let me show you how to do all this. You know what I'm saying? And this is so basically when you create a vacuum of power and when you eliminate the masculine energy to a certain level, it takes a while or outside force to either put something in there to replace it or for it to grow. Now, this is the issue. If it's allowed to grow by itself, it will develop an immaturity that is not beneficial for the group. The manhood will develop a insufficient not I mean because it doesn't have the guidance, the proper guidance. It will grow into a immature, unhealthy, dangerous adult because it will want to continue childlike behaviors in its adulthood if it can get away with it. And what we see a lot of full grown men engaging in childish behaviors because there were no older bull elephants to guide them. So go and check that movie out, family. I mean, like I said, I hope you get something out of it, but it did nothing but kind of reinvigorated me and what I do because we have this culture that we're trying to build. Culture trumps strategy. You know what I'm saying? And I have to play a major role in trying to build this culture because I understand that our young men and our young women need need to have that guidance and it, you know what I'm saying? And we have to ingrain it in the culture. No, men don't do that. Men don't do that. It's consequences for that. You know what I'm saying? This is the code that we have. This is how we live. We have to lay that down because if we don't lay it down, right, and if we don't defend it, what happens is we have immature males who become the leadership class. And those immature males are driven by whatever outside programmings and lusts have been fulfilled for them by the outside world rather than what's best and what comes from the culture because the culture kind of communicates with the people and it comes up through the people and is held on to by the elders and is transmitted the wisdom is transmitted through the rituals ceremonies and legends of the people. And when you stop that from flowing, like I said, once again, what happened? You get immature adults. And it's not safe for no one. Not safe for the children. My mind's telling me no. And all the other ones out there is not safe. You know what I'm saying? You have individuals who have access to certain tools that make it easy for bullies to be able to overrun and not really be questioned. And they use them in immature ways. It's easy to start conflict between different parties. Why? Because the immaturity is running and there's no wisdom of the elders to help them see this. We don't beef like that. We don't have to settle this like that. Someone said, damn, show ain't safe for the children with real around. It ain't just R. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just him. We need to be clear on that. What that documentary revealed to us was something that we already knew. None of us was shocked about. I mean, some of the information might have shocked you, but we already know that sickness is out there. And the one thing that we really have to start asking is, who is the R in our community? You feel me? You feel me? This is JB. JB. I don't know. JB. Who is JB? I ain't watched that. I ain't either. Who is JB? Y'all, y'all know I'm old. I'm slow. But anyway, I'm just saying that's example of immature manhood getting power within our culture. I'm not accountable to anybody because it's all about me. I can do whatever I want. Who gonna say anything? I got the money to pay for the goon to do what I want. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and this is many of the lessons, but you should provide folks with the link to Life Jennings' new song. I don't know. Well, I got to hear the song myself before I provide. Who is this piloting? Gye-Nyame JB, JB, I don't know. I don't know. All right. Inbox me. Let me know who it is. So, all right, family. Now it's time for us to get into the tribal quotes. The lines are open 614-556-4535. I will type it in for those that are interested in getting on line 614. Call in. Line are open 614. Why I keep pushing 614 556 4535. Boom. For those that want it. Let's put it up. Let's let me go. Let's go and do this. So we gonna get loose. Oh, what's up, Jackie? What's going on? All right. Code names and stuff. Number is 614 4535. So, Jackie, if you want to put up the new link for Life Jennings' song, by all means do that. I don't really listen to Life Jennings. She said, yeah. And then she cussed me out. Uh-oh. So she put up the song. You know I could play that right now, right? But then all right. I know your ass can read. You got to remember my stuff it moves slow on this side of the world, girl. You know what I'm saying? Let me go and post up the number on Spreaker just in case. Call in number, I put number, is 614-556-4535. First quote for the night. Let me read all of them, then y'all can decide on which quote we should start with. I don't know why this stuff just keep popping up on my screen. Now I got something else blocking. I want that up off of there now. No, we don't want to share. I want this shit off of here. Good grief. Alright. I know ain't no ads are supposed to be popping up on my shit. Zoho. Oh my God. Alright. Day 56. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. That's from Bruce Lee. Success depends upon previous preparation, and without such preparation, there is sure to be a failure. That's Confucius. Last one cannot make a pact with the slave and make a pact with the master and then not betray one of them. That's from Benin, Nigeria, and Togo. That's an African proverb. Alright, so anybody that wants to check out the Life Jennings song, my internet is tripping as well. There it is. I don't know why is this shit popping up on my screen? No. Alright, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm about to get your ass up. I'm about to get your ass up off of my site. You just lost your job. I'm just letting you know right now. Alright, here we go. We got some more messages. Let's see what else is going on. Alright, so somebody out there, type in 1, 2, or 3. I'll wait for y'all. Or at least try to wait for y'all. Some strong coffee. What's up, cousin? Mr. Word the Second. How you doing today, man? Got your I got your pops on our libation list. We pour libation for him every morning, man. Sorry about your loss. So I'm talking to Mr. Roosevelt Word the Second. Because a lot of people don't be understanding how rare seconds and thirds are in our community, man. I mean, it's like people don't. I be running into kids that's like thirds. You know what I'm saying? I think I might have ran into one that was fourth, and I was talking to him. I was talking to his dad. I'm like, yo, man, do you know how rare it is for black folks to be able to trace back? You know what I'm saying? Their relations. Let alone fathers back 4 generations. I said, man, do you know how blessed you one your child is, and 2 you are? Then he got into the story, and I was like, okay, should have left that conversation alone. My internet 3 cause 1 is a lonely 3 cause 1 is a lonely number. 3, one can make a pact with the slave and make a pact with the master and then not betray one of them. All right, family. Now listen. You can share your wisdom on the timeline here, or you can hit us up at 614-556-4535. I want to hear your wisdom if you want to share. Because family, I want to tell y'all this. Listen, this is an African proverb, right? Of course, y'all know I'm really deeply into my roots, right? But I wherever I find wisdom, I'm snatching it. I'm taking it. I took a whole bunch of it, compiled it in this book. Somebody picked number 3. One cannot make a pact with the slave and make a pact with the master and then not betray one of them. Now we have already covered this one, and it's very important And it was important enough for me to put it in a book on several different pages because I want people to get this lesson very clear, right? Family, there is no way, right? A lot of us, we want our cake. My grandfather, Cleveland, big Cleveland, Cleveland Brown, that little Cleveland used to say, you can't have your cake and eat it too. And many of us are trying to do it, right? So, we got our hands in many different things, and it's like whether we are working with multiple organizations or we're working on multiple ideas or whatever, we can't do all these multiple things without portraying some of them, right? We have in our community as well for this proper, right? Because I want you to understand this, family. Listen, I believe one of the major downfalls for us is that we do not, in our culture anymore, allow for mastery. We need to give our children time to learn mastery on certain things. We as an adults need to master certain things because you don't build a society on jack of all trades. Now, let me tell you why. Let's just because I want to keep this all the way real with y'all, family, and because a lot of us talk nation building, but we don't know shit about nation building, right? Let me see. Natures and cultures rise to, well, let's put it this way. Let's start with culture. Family and culture rise to help people survive, right? Understand that. A single man, I don't care how bad he is, I don't care how big he is, whatever, a single man can't take out a goddamn bear. At one point in time, family, we were on the list of prey. I want y'all to understand that shit, right? You was on the list of prey. You were the naked man. You the naked animal and shit, right? You don't have fur. You don't have fangs. You don't have claws. You were basically a free snack running around this motherfucker. You need to understand that. Human beings came together because we are stronger as a group. Now, and we came together so that we could survive. And cultures arise out of a group of individuals coming together. Now, cultures progress when when you can start recognizing the talents of certain individuals, when you start recognizing the talents and start pushing individuals into mastery. See, I might not be the best hunter, right? But I still could survive if somebody in my tribe can hunt real well and I could make shoes. Look, I make shoes so that you can run faster. You can get through the bush without hurting your foot, hurting your feet. Then somebody's able to do clothes, but we still are able to produce the food. And I'm able to produce these things, and we're able to get trade moving among us, right? So one of the major issues that we have is that in our community, we got all these jacks of all trades. We got individuals that are masters of 5 different subjects. For real? For real? You really a master on all? How did you have mastery? I thought it took a lifetime, but you motherfuckers is just cold, right? Y'all just grabbing shit and you pick it up and you master it. I'm just a natural at it. Give me a fucking break. You just possibly good at it. You ain't mastered it yet. Years and years of determination in doing some shit it equals mastery, motherfucker. You just good at it. Let a real problem hit. We see how much mastery you have on it. See, and it's individuals mastering certain skills in in a culture that allows the culture to grow, allow the culture to become um, more sturdy and more stable, right? Many of us are portraying the culture, trying to do everything. So now let's get into outside of our group. You cannot make a pact with a slave and make a pact with the master without betraying one of them. Now, family, we have allowed individuals to deal with our community. And we have allowed individuals to represent our community and make pacts with us and make pacts with the master. And we made it so easy for them to be able to betray us, and it's all cool. We have allowed business people to rise up out of our community and make it so easy for them to betray us. With this whole, you got to get your money thing and shit. You wear the bag and shit. It's all, it's fucked up, but I understand. And we got to stop that shit. We got to have some type of scruples when it comes to the group, and we have to really inflict fear. I mean, and this is kind of fucked up, family, but this is the fact and bottom line. There has to be a fear of those individuals that are playing both sides of the fence with us. Do you know there's absolutely no fear when other groups or individuals, even within our group, when they play the fence with us? There's absolutely no fear because y'all ain't gonna do shit. Y'all ain't gonna do shit. People play us just like y'all ain't gonna do shit, right? Go and play another group. Go and play with them. Play with them. They gonna ruin you or they gonna take your life. Fuck with their money. Go ahead. Go into their. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Go and get that barbecue place and go and set it up in a Jewish or Asian or West Asian community and see how long that shit lasts. You can't make a pact with the slave and the master without betraying one of them. We allow people to have double deals and 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 we give them a pass when they betray us, family. We can't prosper like that. Our children can't prosper like that. You know what I'm saying? We look at treason as a mistake, as a forgivable mistake. Listen, listen, family. Listen. Hope, hope is the job of the pastor. Policy is the job of the politician. You understand what I'm saying? People, we done had people ride into our community and get our votes on the hope. Don't even give us hope. Hope is free. Motherfuckers won't even give us the hope. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool with us and it's okay. One cannot, one cannot make a deal with the master and the slave and not betray them. Family, when people make deals with us, we have to be very clear that hold on. Mm-mm. You know what I'm saying? I better not find out about your deal or something. See, and the only place where we find it acceptable for us to really, really, really mess somebody up about that, right? And I want y'all to think about this, is in the underworld. In our community's underworld, it's cool for them brothers to handle shit like that. But for us, we're not supposed to do that. Now, we can't grow, we can't survive, we can't prosper as a group. We keep allowing motherfuckers to betray us because we don't realize you can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't do it. You can't accept money from us and accept money from them and not betray one of us. So we need to make we need to make that choice very. It's better for you to betray them. You better not betray us. That's politics. That's economics. That's sociology. That's education. Oh, you better betray them. You can't betray us and come back into our community. You can't, that's that. I mean, like I said, treason, family. We need to learn that word, treason. So, and then also a lot of us as adults, we got to really look at, you know what I'm saying? You can't make a pact with the master, make a pact with the slave, not betray one of them. Many of us are caught in this choice right now because in many ways, a lot of us, we have turned our back on what we call our community, our people. I'm putting the quotes up. My fingers won't. I'm sleepy. My fingers won't work. Let me get. Work, fingers, work. You know what I'm saying? Many of us have, you know what I'm saying, we made a pact with the master, we made a pact with the slave. And many of us, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, y'all, this whole wear the bag shit, we done rolled this shit for the last 40 years, and this shit is going the way of the dodo fast because everybody else is circling their wagons. All other groups are circling their wagons. And they're not letting us in. You know what I'm saying? America is becoming a camp. It's becoming camps. Camps are being set up, and you are not allowed in. So we have to circle our wagons. Many of us have been trying to escape. We made a pact with the master. We made a pact with the slave. We selling each other out. You know, boom. Can't do that. Hell, I just got done telling you all about the bastards and the bastards of the party, right? We had individuals on the inside that made a pact with the slave, a pact with the master. When it was time to pay the master, the slave got betrayed. You know. So I'm gonna leave that one. Hopefully I got that one for y'all. Like I said, anybody want to call in 614-556-4535. I would love to hear your wisdom. Because family, you never know. Somebody might be listening in just for what you have to say. They might have an issue. So we done did 3. 1 was mentioned in there, so we're gonna go to number 1. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Now, this is something that we have to go and ingrain in our children, and we have to start really understanding ourselves. A lot of times we want to avoid problems. We want to avoid troubles. We want to avoid difficulties. Not really realizing that everything that we want is smack dab in the middle of difficulties. All of the success that we want as an individual and as a group is right smack dab in the middle of difficulties. We don't want difficulties. We want to be peace. But like I said, one of the things that I grain into Gye-Nyame people, I drill into my folks. What is a warrior? Warrior is one who is experienced involved in conflict. Say it again. One who is experienced involved in conflict. What is a warrior? One who is experienced involved in conflict. It's so pervasive in my house now. I can say that right now. I can wake Gina up right now. I can wake Sasha up right now, and they could say it. You know, because I want them to understand that a warrior is one who is experienced and involved in conflict. And what is your life? Life is a conflict. What is math? Math is a conflict. What is science? Science is a conflict. You know what I'm saying? What is owning a business? Owning a business is a conflict. So you need to train yourself on all levels in all ways so that you can deal with conflict, because in the midst of conflict, in the midst of difficulty is success, is what you're looking for, right? This is a quote by Bruce Lee, by the way. And in the middle of this difficulty is an opportunity. Opportunity. You know what I'm saying? As a people, it's in the middle of the, like, you know, we want to be friends with everybody. And this is why I keep on saying, family, listen, for us to actually get the opportunity, for us to actually get the goal, we're going to have to piss people off. We're going to have to make people feel uncomfortable. See, because I mean, I can't stress it. No, there is a specific debt that is owed to you. Like, for example, I can't stand the term people of color when they want to apply it to black folks. And I want y'all to start listening to the rhetoric, even some of the stuff that's positive. Because as soon as they start going off into people of color, they start off with the black struggle and to describe everything that's happening to you. And they start drifting in their rhetoric into people of color. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody experience what your people experience. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? That's like me talking about your pain, your personal pain, and expanding it to everybody when I'm supposed to be dealing directly with you. Fuck that. I need some redress for my pain. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like we have a specific claim, and for us to allow it to open up and allow everybody in to use our story and to use our struggle to get benefits before we get benefits is stupid. It's ass backwards, right? We're going to have to step on some toes. We're going to have to push some motherfuckers down. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have to step on, might have to stand on a couple of backs. You know what I'm saying? And you know, because this is what everybody else is doing politically. We think, they dress politics up, but politics is war. Do y'all not understand that? Politics is conflict. This is why somebody at this point in time like Donald Trump can get in office, because Donald Trump don't give a fuck about hurting your feelings. Give a fuck about stepping on a few toes. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I closed the government. Oh, and it's the record, and it's the best shutdown ever. These people are doing great. It's the greatest shutdown ever. Yeah, I don't get. I offered to build the wall in concrete. Y'all ain't want to do concrete. I went to steel. You know I do plastic. I do marshmallows. I don't give a fuck. We gonna build this wall. I got to have a victory. Care who toes I got to step on. Republicans love you today. Fuck you tomorrow. Democrats, just the fuck you. Here's some candy. Stepping on toes. You don't have to be outlandish like that. But what I'm saying is, as a people, we have to understand. You know what I'm saying? In the midst of difficulty, in the midst of conflict, is our opportunity, and we're trying to heal and trying to heal and help the world when we haven't helped ourselves yet, because we want to. Hold on, I'm missing a whole lot of write-ups. Hold on, because we want to avoid the conflict. We want to avoid the difficulties. We want to avoid making people feel uncomfortable. This is written in Adinkra. Yes, I was told that together in Fiancra we all live safely and worshiped under the sacred altar of God. Then you became jealous and conspired with the pale skin who from the boiling waters came. Damn, that ain't in Adinkra, is it, Shaggy? To exchange us into slavery for a gun to protect the king. Betrayal, goddammit. Jackie, you cold-blooded, girl. Jackie cold-blooded. I keep on trying to get her to get her own show, or I mean, I would love for her to, we need a paper, we need something, we need a digital something, because she be writing some shit. But anyway, yeah, family, in the midst of difficulty lies opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Think about your degrees. Think about your um, 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 diplomas. Think about your trade. You know what I'm saying? Think about all those things and what it took for you to get it. All that stuff required you to go through difficulty. And if we're going to get, it requires, push motherfuckers down if we have to. Like I'm just saying, family. I mean, because a lot of us, I would love to do something, but folk ain't listening. Jackie, listen. It just take time, and all you gotta do is I mean, like I said, we're growing a little bit every day. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't a matter of whether they're listening; it's a matter that you're producing the product. See, because what our people are gonna be looking for is consistency. You understand? What they need is consistency, regardless of whether they listen or not. Um, and like I said, I mean, think about how long you've been seeing me do this shit. As a matter of fact, I was doing this when you told me, I don't know how many years, you need to get on Facebook. You keep sending. I mean, I was sending these strange emails like, let's form a group on Google. She said, listen, I'm not I'm not on that Google shit, right? You need to get on Facebook, Jackie. And I'm gonna tell you the same thing. You need to start putting your stuff down. You need to start sharing your perspective. You need to start developing a paper, a blog, or something that can be shared amongst the people, because what's going on right now is that our people gonna be looking for consistency. People gonna be, because right now everything is about to be. They are about to gut a lot of the funds that are coming to our community. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because our boy, the great pumpkin. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I mean, you're gonna have people freaking out when they ain't getting all this money back from this tax shit. Because W-2s went out yesterday. You know they went out, and when people ain't getting what they was getting because they didn't notice that they got a little extra $20 on their check and shit, and they ain't getting these thousands and thousands of dollars and shit. Oh, they gonna want to read some shit then, Jackie. They gonna want to learn. We got to be ready. You know what I'm saying? Tax time is our time. You understand what I'm saying? Cause now, because they like, boom, they shutting all that shit down. Some of these extra programs and shit. You know, I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting to see what's gonna happen with the whole and all this testing and shit. I mean, people, people ain't following. I guess y'all really don't see. They trying to gut everything, and it's a possibility your boy might get another 4 years. Oh my God. And also, let me say this to you, Jackie. In the midst of difficulty lies opportunity, right? Also, let me say this to you. It's not just for outside people. I know you got a lot of written stuff, but you need to have something that you control and substance that you own or that you share in, so that your writings can inspire your ch- You understand what I'm saying? I'm not doing these shows necessarily for using and benefit from it, but I want my was thinking about on January 17, 2019, right? And on my birthday, February 27th, 2065. This is for legacy. You understand, sis? And this for all of y'all out there too, because like I said, this is a tribal piece. We got to document our story. We got to tell our story, right? Because a lot of us we were prevented. I'm gonna say this. I want y'all to really think about this. A lot of us was prevented from being able to click up in the ways that we were supposed to click up because the COINTEL program just wasn't working on Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and the Nation of Islam and the Black Panther Party, and it didn't stop after those individuals was dead. That shit continued. Think back to some of your college days. Those of you that was active on any campus. Um, let's see. They don't want to hear it. I'm still sitting at your altar. Man, you are cold blooded. No, I'm not. One of the baddest mofos out there telling the truth. Good evening, brother. What's up, Adam? Nice to meet you. Did you know that black folks make up to 60% of the. Yes, yes. That's why they don't mind leaving that shit closed. Hold on, let me make sure I'm seeing this right. See, Jackie, this the information. All those zeros is just so I can move it up and see. Um, Do you know? Now listen. This type of information, Jackie, be something on. Did you know that black folks make up more than 60% of federal jobs that are furloughed? How many of y'all knew that? How many of y'all knew that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like it's not clicking. You know what I'm saying? This shit liable to go on another 18 days, another 30 days. Hell,
This call is being recorded.
Somebody done called in. What's up? Hello? Hello? All right, well, I keep on going. What's up, Shaka? Can you hear me? I guess my lines are still acting up. Hello? Hello? Hola. Hola, what's up? Hello? Hold on, let me check my stuff. Let me check my stuff. Check one, check two. Damn, my sound and shit is registered. I don't know what's going on. Let me hang up and try to come back in. Disconnect me. Reconnect me.
This conference is being recorded by the organizer.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yep.
All right, what's going on?
Not much, man. I ain't even know this was going on right now. I said, hold on a second. I ain't getting no kind of. I feel like I'm in the yeah. So what's going on with y'all?
Oh, we doing travel quotes. You ain't get the are you on the black signal? I thought you was on the black signal.
I do. What I'm saying is that I had to scroll up my thing. I think I got the alarm turned off or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, we're doing the travel quotes right now with the proverb that we're talking about is in the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. A Bruce Lee quote. Hello? What in the hell is going on with my lines, people?
This conference is being recorded by the organizer.
I might have to go in and totally take this whole shit off and re-upload. I don't know, maybe it need to be updated or something. Maybe Uber Conference trying to give me a hint. I know I paid my goddamn bill because they be taking that shit every month. I don't understand. But anyway, so as I was saying, in the middle of difficulty lies opportunity.
Yeah, yeah. I know this, and that's very hard to. I don't know. That's as easy as you. I I always use the rule of thumb that you're not growing in your comfort zone,
True.
right? You move into your learning zone.
Hello? God damn it.
This conference is being recorded by the organizer.
Hello.
Yeah, man, this shit keep dropping, man. I don't know what's going on.
Do you have to do something to get me back on?
You on now?
Yeah, no. But when it drops out, do you have to put me back on or no?
Yeah, I have to put you back on. Because when it
Crazy.
drops, it's crazy. It's just it's been kicking me off. And it's been going on all weekend. It went all through. I mean, we all the way in the next week. Shit is still happening. So I'm about to call them. I mean, it'd be funny if this shit was free. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I could laugh if this shit is free. Sort of like with this Restreamio shit. I got this whole. I can't see all of the messages and shit, and then I got all this shit on the side. I guess in the midst of difficulty, it's opportunity. That
Exactly. Now,
it's just so painful.
speaking of which, did you get your did you close that deal on that iMac?
Man, now, when you look at when I looked at the link,
Hello?
you ready? Can you hear me? No, it hung up, didn't it? When you look at the link, check one, check two. When you look at the link, he was asking about the iMac. Hold on.
This conference is being recorded by the organizer.
You was asking about the iMac. So
Yeah.
what happened with the iMac was that the one for $150,
Yeah.
they wasn't selling the iMac for $150. What they was doing was saying basically, just like a lot of those Facebook deals, it's 150. It's no, we're not selling for 100. It's 150 down and 100. You don't need a credit card. We could go on and
Oh,
charge. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
not. Yeah.
yeah.
No.
Or it was all this super old eye stuff. Of course. So it was 150
Right.
down, and $2,500. And you get the full extended price
Yeah.
plus the interest that is like being raped. And I,
Right. Right. Right.
I didn't want to get
No,
into
no,
a bad
hey.
relationship, God damn it. It dropped me again, family. I don't know whether this is racism. I don't know. Do I need to blame the white man? I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it no more. It's just silly now. We're gonna try pulling it up on the screen and see if it'll hold on a little bit more. Check one, check two. We're gonna see. We're gonna see if we can hold on to the call a little bit longer. If I put it directly
Hello?
in. Yeah, I'm here. I'm gonna try to
Hey, so I wanted to,
go
on the
ahead.
proverb while I'm still here, check this out. A lot of times we as emotional people, we go out and we make decisions based on our emotions, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the key is that unless we ask ourselves internally, like, what the answer is and try to figure out the answer, we're going to constantly behave that way. It's just like somebody says that they don't understand or they don't know, but they keep talking so that you can't give them the answer. They will constantly not know because they're blocking the blessing for somebody to help redirect that behavior. So it's one of those things that you have to you have to put yourself in an uncomfortable position to ask yourself this question. It's a very uncomfortable question. And the question is, do you think you know or do you know you know? Because when you make these decisions that cultivate a behavior that basically determine what type of reputation you have with other folks and how they identify with you, is this the behavior that represents what you know? Or does it represent what you think? Because one of them hides our insecurities, but not really. And the other one gives us permission to win all the time.
So now hold on one second. The chat dropped, so I don't know what your last statement was, Jackie. So let me clear up my prior statement. Cool. You want all that shit is dropped. So where did you make it? Did you make it on Gye-Nyame Journey or yeah on Gye-Nyame Journey? So let me go to Gye-Nyame Journey and see if I can follow that line. We got somebody view more comments. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Dang, they even posted up the video for I ain't watched that. Okay. Want view more comments. What up though? Okay. So it's only let me go down to a certain amount of comments. I don't understand. All right. Calling number is okay, nope. All right, I'm just trying to check. Let me see if there's any more. All right, so now let's go to the last proverb and we're gonna get up out of here because I ain't gonna hold you up all night, family. So Shaka, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, cool. So I guess it's better if I put it inside of a tab rather than let it flow. The last one of the day, success depends upon previous preparation. And without such preparation, there is sure to be failure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This one,
So,
go ahead.
so, and I'm relating this to even just our recent conversations. Like, for as long as you've known me, Hatem, everything that I brought to a marketplace, I did independently.
For as
Right?
long
So I said I did it independently. So like when I had when I had my copies of the Cosmic Cookie Volume 3 that I'm on that was produced by Storm, you know, when I'm in the streets, I'm just dealing with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I started Soul Touch Conscious Wear, I'm in the streets, I'm just dealing with that. My whole point is that every little aspect of what I'm representing today, every single components had its own test market. So I know what it does independently, and I know what energy has to be put into it for it to be able to result in that independently. But we take all of these different, like now we got like 15 different components that can be put into the marketplace. And when we do that all at once, it takes a lot more energy to be able to do successfully, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we got somebody doing online sales, we got people doing festival event sales, we got people, you know what I mean? And so it's all different types of operations that go into one campaign. So the whole piece is that you relate that to the whole to the proverb again. And can you say it one more time?
The proverb is, success depends upon previous preparation, and without such preparation, there is sure to be failure. We have another caller. I'm assuming this.
Hey.
I'm assuming this Miss Carswell. What time is it where you are?
Yeah. Oh God, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I went to bed early and then I just woke up and I checked my phone and I saw you were live. So it's so funny how that happened.
Man,
I don't normally wake up.
we are discussing tribal quotes. Usually on Ujamaa we do it, and you are more than welcome in on the conversation. We're about to do this last proverb, and if you want to share some wisdom on it, the proverb is success depends upon previous preparation, and without such preparation, there is sure to be failure.
I listened to your proverbs and all of them are really on point. But I was thinking about the last one in relation to our children. Because, I have a child who's grown and I know other people have children who are grown now and in adult life. And a lot of our children are really struggling and not prepared for being adults in this regular America that we're living in now. And without all the social supports that maybe their parents have had or their grandparents had, and they're really struggling. And they're not being successful. And so I think, we as people raising kids or interacting with children, we have to keep that in mind. We're preparing them to live among sharks.
Mm.
And so how do you prepare people to live among sharks and be successful?
And once again, I think my answer is always going to stay the same because I know it to be true is to travel with tribes. When you got, here's the thing is that when I grew up and my dad was in the military, my grandmother raised me while he was gone. My dad is not set up to do that for me. So that whole mama's house thing is a long gone idea unless we bring it back. Now, in other people's families, y'all still got that. Y'all go to mama's house during, family events.
Hard times.
Right?
And hard times. More than family, hard times. That's what mama's house is the best.
But guys, I think that's far and few between, Shaka. I think your reality is more becoming the norm. I'm sorry. But, if you look at our communities and how we're being pushed out, how we don't have home ownership, I really think that whole mama's house thing was something that came after World War II.
Right.
And so we think that's how it should be. But actually, we didn't have a mama's house when we were sharecroppers. So and a lot of people now, they don't have that. Those elderly are moving in senior citizen buildings and some of these urban
They're being sent off to die. You're right. Yeah, they're being sent off to die. Let's just say it. You know what I mean?
Have that. We don't have that
Right.
security anymore.
Yeah.
That's
Now,
more
and
the
that's why I
norm.
say traveling. So right now, the best thing that I can recommend is to travel with tribe. Find those who got your back like you got theirs. And when it comes to survivalhood, there is no question about it. Like either this person is a shark or a wolf, or we are surviving together. Either what I bring to the table is respected and acknowledged as what we
Valuable.
need,
Right.
and we move together. But if someone feels like you're dispensable, regardless if you're family or not, there's a certain level of respect that just will not be given because they don't understand how to apply your usefulness. And so, when it comes down to it, like I say, traveling with tribe is the best thing that I can recommend for anyone because in that instance, it's hard to. I heard a sister talking about, if you're a young person, you moving into a roommate situation. Number one, don't move into a place that you can't pay for yourself. And number two, when you do move into a place and y'all decide to bring an extra roommate in, don't don't depend on their rent to pay the bills. Make sure that you got what it takes to be able to make. And I'm like, you know what? That sounds great on paper, but I'm sure a lot of people wouldn't be living together if they could afford
to
just
live by
maintain it by
themselves.
themselves in the first place.
And that's I mean, but this
so
is
it's
that's the rhetoric that goes out. That's the rhetoric.
How do we find those who we can
check
one,
and
and
two.
that's what this whole thing is, and that's where I'm at. Who has a
Hold on, family. I'm sorry. I'm gonna put them back up. Once again, the computer dropped me. Uber conference. I'm about to get rid of your ass. Keep fucking with me.
This conference is being recorded by the organizer.
Yeah, you're right.
Uber conference is about to get dropped, man. I can't take it no more. I need a new conference call line. This is ridiculous. How you drop the host? I don't understand it. But
wow, you got dropped, Hot Chef?
Yeah, I was trying to, and I didn't know I was dropped because I was trying to say something in the midst of what you was, you know what I'm saying? Because when you old, other people got to jumpstart your mind, and you said some shit. My mom was like,
yeah.
Like
now Messenger just updates system. So like when you put group people together, you can actually have group video chat.
Oh, yeah. Well, I might have to use that. But I like because there's a lot. I'm gonna explore. But back onto the issue because it's like one of the issues that I was running into with a lot of young people that was living with me was that they were training them to live on their own with a philosophy of do for self. And once again, that is part of the propaganda that helped tear us up in the first motherfucking place. And we have to start be clear. We got to be clear about that because we got our children in institutions that's teaching them that doing for what I'm saying is all about you. It's all about this education is for you. It's not for your community. This business is for you. It's not for your community. This job is for you. It's not for your tribe. You know what I'm saying? You got all this on your own. You know what I'm saying? And we have to be very careful about that because when we allow that conversation to take place, it erodes what we have as a group because it's groups that survive. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's groups that it's us living in tribe, it's us being with tribe that has made it possible for us to survive. Whether we had Big Mama's house or whether we had cousins' apartment. You know what I'm saying? And I thought one of y'all was about to say something. I'm done.
I think it was trapped. Oh, you back up.
Oh, okay.
people, we're just devastated.
Check
And
one, check
that's
two.
sort of how I see these conversations. And I don't know you guys that well because I'm not in Ohio. These young people for that.
That's him?
Yeah, well, I'm just now back. They let me back. Hold on. Check one. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, you can? Okay,
And while
cool.
he's still getting that together, I'll say that's what you just said is just regular, everyday. It's an everyday thing. I mean, not even in a sense like, look, when it comes to my son, and I only got one
Check
here,
one. Go ahead.
right? But when it comes to what I got to protect him from the school situation, you know, when I'll give you an example. One day they called children's services because he was asleep in school because they were intimidated with the fact that what they said they would be able to do for my son, they are not able to do. And I became one of those. So I became one of those parents that if you do my son wrong, he gonna tell me about it, and I'm gonna believe him before I believe you because this is my son, and this is what it's about. Yeah. They're intimidated with the fact that he had an advocate, and that's across the board. When you show them that they have a downright advocate, the teacher in the classroom that would usually talk to him any kind of way, they think twice, and it makes it uncomfortable, and it makes that little buck that they making not all that, it don't seem like it's worth it no more. But then when it comes down to it, do I get rid of the rattly can in my classroom, or do I get my weight up? And most of the time, they're not willing to get their weight up, especially the older ones, because they're more concerned with their tenure than what's in here.
All right.
So when it comes down to it, they would rather make your child look like an asshole than make themselves seem incompetent. And when you call them on it, then now you the bad guy. Because all I want is a quality education for my kids, and I want to turn my back and know that you ain't bullying them. I'm not worried about these kids that bully. That's what they do. But when you, the teacher, the one that I trust his education with, his educational process, now I can't trust you to do that. I have to trust you to be what I experience you to be.
All right, family, hold on.
Go ahead.
Check this out. We're gonna have to shut down the lines. Well, actually, we're gonna close the show off because we are an hour. We at 90 minutes. Let's just put it that way. And I want to thank both of y'all for calling in. And I want to thank everybody that's been commenting on the line because we had a real good conversation tonight. And like I said, we can do it all again tomorrow. Well, not the we're gonna be able to do the toast and talk tomorrow morning. No, on Kauma morning as well as Imani. So, family, for those that want some more conversation, hit us up on Kauma. That means you got to learn the language. Shouts out to Miss Jackie for piloting Gye-Nyame journey. Miss Jackie says, "Preach, brother. Be your child's advocate." They are talking now. Okay? Because I was snapping my fingers over here looking crazy while y'all went in. So I was trying to get back in. But family, I want to thank everybody. I want to remind you are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Media. This is a Heart of a Simple production, and you have just got done listening to Tribal Quotes. Come on, Simba. He sounded all tired. And of course, this we strive to blow up your old paradigm. Now remember to like and share with your family and friends. And let's build up this tribe. We out. Peace out.